Here we are
Wow,
again.
here we are on a beautiful. What would we call this one? Is this like an early spring day where it's still kind of nippy in the air, or is it a late fall before we get to winter day? Isn't this weather awesome the way it's done this?
It is.
I
It
mean,
can stay. I mean, it's kind of nippy right now. I'm loving it. Everything's pretty and bloomed, and getting ready to just burst forth. So I'm happy with it right now.
yeah, it was nice walking outside with the jacket at least one more time.
Time.
But
Yeah.
boy, is everything blooming and getting lovely out there. So, how has your weekend been, Tonette?
I was a little wet. A little
Yeah,
wet.
I know from what I saw though, like a lot of what they were predicting, we did get a lot, but it wasn't quite as bad as everything was calling for. So,
Right.
and that's definitely very, very, very good. And everything's getting very green quickly.
Yeah.
It's definitely lawnmower season again for
Yes.
sure.
And it was doing that as it was raining. It was like everything was growing. I was like, man, when the sun comes out, it's really going to be green, but it didn't even take the sun. So, and
Yeah,
the photo of the week in the Monday Minute is behind me, although you can't tell. It's much, there's a lot more to it, but you can see the water there. I think that's at Pruitt. So that was a pretty prime, probably about as high as it got right there. That's incredible.
yes, indeed. It's going to be great for the floaters this year. It looks like
Oh,
so.
yeah.
Hopefully, it'll keep up that level and such. And speaking of the minute, I do want to definitely stress for folks if you didn't make the note on the calendar and you overlooked it somehow, it's right there at the top of the bill. Though this is National Library Week,
That's
so I
right.
think that is awesome. And again, with all the great resources there at the Newton County Library, what better time to really enjoy the event? I'm just saying.
Right.
Well,
Our
so that
library is one of the greatest things going. Jim, we went and saw Kenya and how hard she works. And so it's a great time to support your library right now for sure.
absolutely. And speaking of support, big shout out once again to Jasper Getaways and Burst Construction for making the Holler possible. And got a great little recap tour coming up here in just a few. But we've also got a fantastic guest coming in. She's young and vibrant and ready to tell us all about a lot of the things coming up at Horseshoe Canyon Ranch here in just a few. And so, Allison Borer. I want to make sure I get that right. I want to say that wrong. It's funny because she's got one of those E's in there that could be turned into an A. So you just want to be good.
Right.
Or with Horseshoe Canyon Ranch coming up here in just a few. But so the Monday Minute once again dropped nice and neat this morning at 7 o'clock as per always, and chock full of great information. And Easter's coming up, so you got a lot of information there about Easter this week too.
Yes. Yes. There was a lot. There's going to be an awesome egg hunt at the park this year. And there's lots of egg hunts around, but this one's going to be great. I know because I'm helping out with that one a little bit. That's the Kiwanis Club Easter egg hunt. The 19th, I think it's mentioned in the minute. Shall we take a look?
I think we should.
Let's do. If you find yourself drawn to the library this week, that's because it's National Library Week. Be sure to check out our own Newton County Library and buy some tickets on the Friends of the Library gardening wheelbarrow full of garden goodies. And don't forget to head on up to Who'd Have Thought It, because Who'd Have Thought the flavors this week were vanilla and raspberry. And the special this week at Osage Clay Works, or for the month of April, I should say, are lace condiment bowls. There are tons of uses for those, folks. Check them out. The time has finally arrived for the opening of the Mountain Judy Mercantile. It's going to be open Saturday 10 to 4 and Sunday 12 to 4, April through June. Be sure and make it out. Don't forget to pre-order for your Easter baked goods from the Newton County Senior Center this year. Deadline to order is April 10th and pick up April 11th. Nurse Tina James is hosting a Stop the Bleed training on Saturday, April 12th at 10 a.m. at the Newton County Library. Reserve your seat now. Fish fry at the Senior Center on Friday, April 11th. Don't miss it. forget to head out to Daisy Queen High Boy on April the 15th, as 20% of all their proceeds will go toward project graduation. There will be dinner and an auction on Thursday, April 17th to support the local Meals on Wheels program at the Newton County Senior Center. Starts at 5 p.m. Shawnee Morris Art will be offering an acrylic paint party on Saturday, April 19th, with two classes, one 10 to 12 and one 1 to 3. Also on the 19th, don't forget the Kiwanis Egg Hunt in Bradley Park, starting at 10 a.m. On the 25th of April, you have the 6th annual Jasper, Arkansas Job and Information Fair. They're partnering with Community Matters this year to offer emergency and disaster preparedness as well. That's April 25th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And keep those Newton County Back Road Atlas map orders coming through newtoncountychamber.com. But don't forget, you can also pick those up at select Newton County business locations like Who'da Thought It, Paisley Sister, and Bubba's Buffalo River Store. There we are. Very good. I think it was
There
all
we
there.
are. And again, it's like everything that was, yeah, it was, and it was all springing up. And I know, and it's, I'm glad that, that Who'd Have Thought It. I love the name alone. It's just awesome. But they've got ice cream and vanilla and raspberry. Not the biggest raspberry fan, but you know what? I'm willing to give it a go because
Yeah.
it sounds really, 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 really good. And again, if you're not getting the Monday Minute in your email inbox every Monday morning at 7 a.m., well, you can fix that right now by going to newtoncountychamber.com and getting signed up. And if you don't like getting emails, you can check out the Minute there too. But you know what? The emails are pretty handy. They truly, truly are. Let's see. Moving forward, though, here we are. We're going to bring to you now from Horseshoe Canyon, way down yonder ways, our new friend, Allison. Hello, Allison. How are you today?
Hi, I'm good. How are y'all?
Oh, very glad to have you.
We're good. We're glad you're here.
Oh, I don't know if I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, we hear you great. As a
Okay,
matter of fact,
awesome.
we're going to have you sing here in just about 30 seconds.
I wasn't prepared for that.
Oh, good, good. That'll make it even more fun. It's like the Comic karaoke thing, right? So, Allison, you guys down there at Horseshoe Canyon, man, I tell you what, it's another one of those awesome, to folks not familiar with all the things happening in and around Newton County. I mean, you guys are a really big deal all around the world with what you provide as a venue.
That's correct. Yeah, we have people coming in from Canada, from countries in Europe, and even just on spring break, they'll come from up north in Minnesota, Wisconsin, just all around the country. So it's a pretty big deal.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, that really is. It's like the appeal of the area. It's great to see that you guys have a location that people can come and truly enjoy it. And so now you guys just now, not but a couple of weeks ago ish, wrapped up the spring break camp. How did that go?
Yeah, that's right. It was a huge hit. We have kids who, were adamant that they were coming back for a second year, even for summer camps that we're potentially putting on. So I think it was a big success. For the first year, we had our busiest day was 15 kids, ages 8 through 16. They all had a really good time and all got a taste of what the ranch had to offer. And yeah, I think we've got something special for years to come.
Well, that's awesome. That really is. And so, and to have 15 kids coming out and participating and really just diving in. What were some of the primary activities that you guys had going on?
Yeah, the three main activities that we had the kids do, we started with our via ferratas. So that's like our high ropes course drilled into the side of a rock. It's pretty beginner friendly. There's not too tricky climbing movements, and you're supported by a cable and two tethers that you move yourself. So that was one of our first activities. Then we took the kids rock climbing in our very beginner friendly climbing area. And the rock here is great for beginners because it's sandstone, it's super grippy, and we've got these excellent holds that are just really friendly for all abilities and ages. And then a surprising hit among the kids was actually the mountain biking that we did. They all loved the mountain biking. we took them on our mountain e-bikes, and a lot of them were surprised that the bikes would, sort of propel them forward, and they didn't have to do as much work as they might have had to do at home with their bikes. So, yeah, they seem to really enjoy the mountain biking particularly.
Well, I can appreciate that too. I didn't realize those things would do that. So that might encourage me to get a little bit more of a cardio workout out there. That's pretty encouraging.
Yeah, they're
All
pretty
right,
fun.
right on. So now, let me ask you this. Now, the now you had mentioned potential summer camp coming up. What all is in store with that?
I think we'll offer the same activities, the Via Ferrata, climbing, mountain biking for sure, and then, we also have a pool, so it's gonna be hot in the summer. I bet the kids would love to just have a pool day, and fingers crossed, no guarantees, but I would also love to take the kids to a swimming hole on the Buffalo River. I think that would be really special for the summer.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, to be able to really, I mean, pools are great and all, but when you get the opportunity to actually get out there into some of these old-fashioned, purely organic, gluten-free swimming holes, I mean, that's an experience that most folks really don't get to have anymore. So I think
Yeah,
that is
exactly, and especially oh, sorry. Yeah,
no,
especially kids coming from out of state and not familiar with Newton County and how beautiful the buffalo is. I bet that would be a real treat for them to see and swim in.
sure, absolutely. And again, it is again with Newton County's overall appeal, and it draws in people literally from all over the world to come in and take a look at this snapshot of the Ozarks from this perspective. Is it's great for you guys to have something available for folks to be able to do it at in a nice, organized, safe way. And because again, if people were just going to walk out in the middle of the woods and pitch a tent, that may not be such a great idea. So to have the skilled pros is that you guys are is awesome. Now, another thing that I noticed, like with you guys have a website, it's Horse Canyon or horseshoecanyon.com. And it's pretty. And the rock climbing, do you know who's in the video doing the rock climbing? Because they gave me vertigo.
When you first click on the website,
Uh-huh.
I'm not 100% sure who's doing that. That might be the new drone footage that we got this fall. So I think it could be Jason, our head guide here, but I'm not 100% sure. So don't quote me on that.
Oh, that's okay. It's beautiful footage too. It really is. And then I also noticed when it comes to the features that you have on the website is being able to set up reservations, getting questions asked, and things like that. Are there any other little bells and whistles inside of the website that folks may want to be more aware of when it comes to checking you guys out cyber wise before they come?
Yeah, I would really utilize the contact us portion of the website. That would let you send a message to our receptionist, and she would be able to check that on email. So you wouldn't necessarily have to catch her at a good hour where she could pick up the phone. And then you get to see a paper trail of all the conversations that you guys have had. So I would really use the contact us tab. Other than that, it's pretty self-explanatory. The Adventures tab just gives you a brief overview of everything we have to offer, but I think for getting a good picture of what, the ranch has to offer, I would actually just use the contact tab because then Annika, our reservationist, could tell you a little bit more about the adventures and everything that we have.
Well, that's cool. See, again, it's like where you can take the best of nature and what technology can offer, meld it together, and everybody wins. So that's definitely very, very, very nice. What else is going on at the out there at the canyon that you'd like to tell folks about before we wrap up?
Yeah, we have a bunch of new mountain biking trails being put in. So if you had come here to ride previously, we had about 11 miles of trail, and now we're closer to 20. And the newer trails that are being put in have some cool jumps. They're way more flowy, I guess is how I would describe it. And I think they're really fun. And other than that, I think people should just really try out the mountain e-bikes. I think they're really fun. We do half day rentals, full day rentals. We'll set them up for you. You can take them out for however long you want, but I think they're really surprising to a lot of people who haven't been able to try an e-bike yet. They have a lot of fun.
Wow, they definitely sound interesting to me because again, any bicycle being able to help self-propel a little bit. Yeah, once you cross that 5 decade mark on the planet, you might need a little extra help, and that I would fall into that category there.
They have invented them just in time. They have a very impressive bike shop there at Horseshoe Canyon, and all shapes, sizes, and colors. And they look a lot different than the last time I looked at a bike. But the e-bike sounds wonderful for sure. Now, Allison, there are some incentives for local folks at the ranch there as well. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Correct. Yes. Newton County residents. So normally when you come to the ranch, you would have to check in at the front desk, pay a day use fee, and then we would give you a wristband so we would know that you checked in and paid and everything. But Newton County residents actually do not have to pay the day use fee, so they get to use the canyon for free. So if you come here and you have climbing gear, for example, you don't have to pay. If you just want to hike around, you don't have to pay. So yeah, Newton County residents should definitely take advantage of the free day use.
I think so. And the restaurant is out of this world. It's really good, healthy, as you said, gluten free. It's wonderful every time I'm there. They're wonderful neighbors, and we're thankful to have them. I mean, we're very fortunate to have them there, for sure.
Well, that is
Thank you. Yeah, we're happy to be here.
Well, that's awesome. Well, Allison, thank you again so much for sharing all the things, or some of the things, because I'm sure there's more coming out there at the Horseshoe Canyon Ranch. And again, folks, you can learn more by going to horseshoecanyon.com. So I want to throw the ranch in, but nope, it's just Horseshoe Canyon, one word.com. And you can take a look around at that cool vertigo giving video, as well as the other amenities out there, and how you can reach out through the contact us button and learn even more and have every single question answered 24/7. Well, you can ask the question. They'll get back to you soon, I'm sure. Anyway, again, Allison, thank you so very much for joining us today on the Holler, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
All right, thank you so much. It was awesome to be here.
Thanks, Allison.
So again, once again, Horseshoe Canyon is another one of those great amenities that are tucked away in the hills and behind the trees that you just didn't know you would come up on. And I think that
Right.
Again, it's a very positive, obviously, but the opportunity to be able to just enjoy the place.
Right. That's there's an example. I was at the Arkansas Climbers Coalition Festival that was there not this past weekend, but the one before, and there was over 400 people there. I mean, and
Wow.
It's a world class operation, and it's right here in our midst, and it's amazing. It really is. And it's always a nice experience when you go there. Everybody there is just welcoming, and it's beautiful. Can't say enough about it. You were mentioning you kept wanting to say horseshoe. A lot of folks think, because originally there were horses, and there aren't horses anymore. They've sort of been have bikes now, and the goats are still there because they take care of the weed eating and things like that. But it's called, it's called horseshoe because it was shaped like a horseshoe. The canyon is literally shaped like a horseshoe. It's beautiful.
Well, that's awesome. Hey, I'm glad you pointed that out, because again, it's I thankfully didn't bring it up, but it's it just the natural assumption, with Horseshoe Canyon, there'd be horses, but there's not, but that's okay. There's still plenty to do, and goats. Can't go wrong with goats. So
that's right. They're everywhere there.
And again, it's at that point where we talk about how you get a lot of the outdoors there that you can really enjoy underneath the stars. But also, if you are coming to Newton County, we cannot let you miss out on an opportunity to visit our friends with Jasper Getaways at jaspergetaways.com, because they've got 3 of the most just exquisite and luxurious cabins. I'm telling you, to revisit them and roll in this next video, man, I tell you, it's just absolutely gorgeous what they have in store for you there from Jasper Getaways.
good. Very good.
I tell you what, man, it's like, it was fun doing each one of the individual videos, but boy, when you put them all together like that, and then you just see what is available, is just amazing. And each one of those locations has a fantastic back view on the back deck and everything. The view that you get is incredible, and they're all pretty much secluded. And it's like, if you need to rest and relax and rejuvenate, make some memories with the family, boy howdy, I mean, you would be hard pressed to find a better way to go about it, that's for sure. And again, special shout out to those folks at jaspergetaways.com for making this episode of the Holler possible. And so yeah, it's been a lot of fun with that for sure. Just eye-opening.
Yeah.
And
each of them, were different, and it's hard to find words to describe them. They're each a different experience. If you have seen one, you have not seen them all. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, I mean, like you've got like a perfect location and amenities for a whole family. Like, that's awesome. But then you can take it all the way back down to where just a couple's retreat, and that, that's, I tell you what, there's a lot of opportunities to have a lot of different vacations for sure, or vacation experiences, I should say.
That's for sure.
With that said,
appreciative of them. That was great work, Jim.
Thank you much.
Really,
I appreciate that. But I had good subject matter to work with, which always makes it better. So,
well, there's plenty of that over here in Newton County for sure, and
absolutely,
and where you're at as well.
Oh, sure. There's all kinds of things, especially 65 South heading back in your direction. So, with that said, but excuse me, 7 South. Well, you can go both ways. You can go both
ways. Yeah, absolutely. Both of them are great. Yeah. You guys got a lot of folks coming in this weekend. I'm sorry?
Yeah, that's the rumor. That's what I heard. I'm actually cutting out of town this weekend. So I'm going to leave out some treats for them, I guess,
Are you coming this way?
No, I actually heading further south, back down to Little Rock. So it's
I see
ups and downs and such. But it'll give me a chance to drive over some of those bridges and see that buffalo like you got there in the photo of the week. Because man, oh man, hopefully now we can just get level rain so the river can stay where it's at level wise and people can really enjoy it. We don't see any of those silly drought conditions that we battled with over the every other year or something. So that'll be nice.
April is the rainiest month in Arkansas, so I think we're probably going to see some more before it's over, for sure.
Right on. So now, we got any birthdays this week? Because I'm sure there's some folks who decided to enjoy some candle burnings.
We do. Let's see. Coming up on the 10th, I have John Clark. On the 11th, we have Victoria Davidson. On the 12th, we have Pam Norton Grice and Joe Baldwin. The 13th, Brandy Cooper Sanders, Mr. Todd Parker at the school there at Jasper, and Tim Rowland as well. Daryl Martin on the 13th, and the 14th, we have Ronnie Wishon. We showed one of Ronnie's photographs the other day. Regina Cochran down at Walnut Grove Cabins in Boxley Valley. Amy Ramsey and Sherry Lynn from the Harrison Daily Times. She comes over and sells it. She, originally a Keaton from Boxley Valley as well. So
roots run deep. That's awesome.
Yeah. Happy birthday to all those folks for sure.
Yeah. And they got plenty to celebrate with for show. So
that's right.
They go down, paint some pictures over there with Shawnee Morris, man. That'd be a fun way to turn a birthday.
I did that this weekend. I was going to upload one and show it to you, but it's probably a good idea that slipped my mind. But I did have a blast. I had a blast this weekend. Yeah, I went up to the paint party and we had a great time. And I meant to upload it. I was going to take a hit because it was, it's a 2-hour class. So,
right.
But I still loved it. So, yeah, it was great.
Again, so many things, and you can find out about all of them once again in the Monday Minute. If it's not in your email inbox, you can go to newtoncountychamber.com and you can take a look at this one and then get subscribed for the next one. Totally painless, totally free. And again, you'll get all the info that's happening in and around Newton County right there, courtesy of the Newton County Chamber.
Very good. Absolutely.
Right on. Well, we're going to wrap up this one, this mighty fine edition of the Holler, and we hope you all have a fantastic week and definitely enjoy that sunshine that's going to dry out some of these soggy socks that we got.